It all starts like a normal day until something impossible happens. A woman suddenly notices the water in a roadside pond beginning to boil. Before she can even react, the ground starts to crack open. Deep fractures rip through the road, stretching all the way to a traffic officer standing nearby. In the very next second, the asphalt collapses into a massive sinkhole, and the officer disappears right in front of everyone's eyes. But this isn't just one hole. The ground keeps breaking apart, pulling everything toward it like a hungry mouth. People scream, cars crash, panic explodes in every direction. Among the chaos is a mother named Jing Jie, trapped in traffic with her 2 children. She slams the gas pedal, trying to reverse, but the cars are packed too tightly. There's nowhere to go. With no other choice, she jumps out of the car with her kids and starts running. In the crowd, her son is suddenly knocked down and injured. Without hesitation, Jing Jie tells her daughter to keep running and turns back for her son. But before she can reach him, the ground opens again. Her son is swallowed by the sinkhole. Frozen in shock and grief, Jing Jie stands there helplessly, but the hole keeps expanding. By the time she realizes the danger, it's already right in front of her. She tries to run. It's too late. Just as she's about to fall, a hand grabs her. Her daughter has come back. The girl pulls with everything she has, but the ground keeps collapsing faster and faster. Jing Jie knows the truth. If she holds on any longer, her daughter will die too. With tears in her eyes, she looks at her child one last time and lets go. Jing Jie willingly falls into the darkness. She keeps falling and falling. But instead of hitting the ground, she sees a strange green light, and then everything goes black. When she opens her eyes, Jing Jie finds herself in a wild, prehistoric world. The green light now glows high in the sky, like something unnatural, but she doesn't stop to question it. There's only one thing on her mind: finding her son. She tries to call him, but there's no signal. Still, she refuses to give up and starts searching. Soon, she notices smoke rising from the forest. She rushes toward it, and to her shock, she finds a group of survivors who also fell into the sinkhole. And among them, her son is alive. The mother and son reunite, overwhelmed with relief, but their happiness doesn't last long. From the trees emerges a wolf, not a normal one. This creature is 3 times larger with glowing eyes and massive jaws. It charges straight toward them. People scatter in terror, and then more wolves appear, launching brutal attacks. Some survivors try to fight back, but they don't stand a chance. In the chaos, Jing Jie's son is knocked down by one of the wolves. Without thinking, Jing Jie grabs a rock and strikes the beast, forcing it to retreat. Her son survives, but barely. Luckily, one of the survivors is a doctor. He treats the boy's wounds, but delivers grim news. Without antibiotics, the boy won't survive more than 2 days. The question is, where do you find medicine in a prehistoric world? Then Jing Jie remembers something crucial. When the sinkhole opened, an ambulance fell in too. She teams up with the doctor and a man known as Old Black, and they venture into the wild to find it. Against all odds, they reach the ambulance safely. The doctor collects the medicine, but Jing Jie notices something disturbing. The distant mountains look exactly like the Hollywood Hills, which means this isn't another planet. They're still in Los Angeles, just 10,000 years in the past. Before they can process this revelation, a terrifying growl echoes through the trees. A creature steps into view, a saber-toothed tiger, extinct for millions of years. Meanwhile, back in the present, the military seals off the sinkhole immediately. No civilians are allowed near it. A young girl reports that her entire family fell into the hole. As her father tries to comfort her, suddenly unknown flying creatures rise from the pit and stare down at humanity from above as if declaring their return. The military deploys advanced drones into the sinkhole, but just before reaching the bottom, all signals are lost. The lead scientist announces that the rescue mission is over, but one man refuses to accept that. Paul, an ex-Air Force pilot, believes his wife is still alive. Years ago, he survived a crash during a desert mission, leaving him with strange visions of black birds and symbols he can't explain. After the announcement, Paul suddenly remembers a stone marked with a handprint, the same image from his visions. At home, he discovers something impossible. In an old photo, that same stone appears. He rushes to the location and begins digging, and buried beneath the dirt, he finds his wife's ring. Tests reveal something shocking. The ring dates back to 10,000 BC. This proof changes everything. A secret aircraft designed specifically for the sinkhole is revealed. And now, with hope restored, the rescue mission is back on. The prehistoric threat forces the survivors to face reality. The appearance of ancient creatures makes one thing clear. They aren't just trapped underground. They've been thrown 10,000 years into the past. Food runs out fast. There's no more waiting in line for supplies, no more handouts. If they want to survive, they'll have to earn it themselves. A small group heads into the forest searching for food. After a tense hunt, they manage to catch a wild rabbit. But in this world, every victory comes with a price. A massive brown bear locks onto them. The danger is immediate. To distract the beast, Susan releases the the rabbit, buying them just enough time to escape. They run for their lives. The bear chases them relentlessly, forcing them into a narrow cave. Outside, the bear slams against the rocks, causing the cave entrance to collapse. Stone after stone crashes down, sealing them inside completely. No matter how hard they try, the rocks won't budge. With no way back, they move deeper into the cave, hoping to find another exit. Suddenly, they spot a flickering flashlight ahead. Panic sets in until they realize it's another mother and her child who entered the cave earlier. Now trapped together, the four explore further, but the cave offers no easy escape. They discover human remains inside and deep scratch marks covering the walls. Someone survived here for years before eventually dying. Just as hope begins to fade, Black hears something faint, dripping water. Following the sound, they reach an underground pool. At first, it looks like another dead end. Then Black notices something important: algae growing in the water. This type of algae only survives with sunlight, which means this pool must connect to the outside world. Susan hesitates. Diving in blindly could be deadly, but before anyone can stop him, Black dives into the water. Minutes pass. Then he resurfaces. With incredible news, there's a hidden underwater exit. For the first time in days, they breathe a sigh of relief. Back on the surface, the military prepares for another rescue attempt. A specialized fighter jet is selected for the mission. The problem is choosing the pilot. Adam would be the perfect choice, but he retired 3 years ago. Unwilling to risk him, the military refuses. Desperate, Adam turns to his closest friend, Levi, the Air Force's top pilot. Only Levi has the skill to survive this mission and bring Adam's ex-wife and son back. Because of the extreme risk, the military holds a formal send-off. Before Levi leaves, Adam places his wedding ring in his hand, asking him to return it to his wife, if he finds her. Levi takes off, descending slowly toward the sinkhole. At first, everything looks stable. Then, the instruments begin to fail. The jet starts shaking violently. Communication breaks apart. Levi reports engine failure, and then the signal disappears completely. The command center falls silent. The rescue mission has officially failed, or so they think. The crashed jet doesn't explode. Instead, it appears in the same prehistoric world below. The survivors see it fall from the sky, and hope returns. The next morning, Bai Jing leads a team toward the crash site. Along the way, they find a parachute hanging from a tree. Moments later, Levi steps out of the forest, alive. Bai Jing is stunned. Levi is an old friend. Together, they continue toward the aircraft, but a wide river blocks their path. The jet is just across it. After checking the depth, Bai Jing decides to cross. As they wade into the water, something massive moves beneath the surface. A prehistoric giant snake. No one notices it approaching. Suddenly, one of the women is dragged underwater. Levi reacts instantly. He dives in, weapon drawn, and pulls her back to safety. They reach the crash site shaken, but alive. While inspecting the jet, Levi discovers something unexpected. The radar detects an unknown signal about 5 miles away, which means there could be other survivors or something else entirely. They decide to investigate. Soon, they arrive at a series of strange stone structures resembling ancient fortresses. Even the archaeologist in the group can't explain them. Back at the main camp, something horrifying happens. A young girl wanders into the jungle and suddenly freezes in terror. She trips and falls. When she looks up, a dead body lies beside her. The corpse is covered in strange raised marks, unlike anything they've seen before. The girl screams. Everyone rushes over. Sam examines the body and delivers a shocking conclusion. The man didn't die from an animal attack. He was electrocuted. But this is the Stone Age. Where could electricity possibly come from? The investigation team questions the girl. At first, she's too scared to speak. Then she finally nods. She saw the killer. When asked what he looked like, she breaks down in fear. Her sister pulls her away, but the girl suddenly turns back and blurts out the truth. The killer was an old man, and on his back was a strange handprint. As the group struggles to understand what this means, the mysterious old man appears once again, watching from the shadows.